What's up, y'all? Okay. Man, I can't stand. I'm finna smoke me a cig first before I get out into doing what I plan on doing today. But I might end up doing a lot of it in here anyways. But still, I found these little mini gardening tools, y'all. They came with my I don't know why they send this stuff with the arrow garden, but they do. And some of them, I think one set came with the arrow garden, and one set came with some seeds that I bought. So I'm gonna put them to use. I've been spending the past hour planning out what I was gonna do once I got out here. Now I'm out here, and we're gonna get it going. Trying to look and see how many peppers I got going on and how about plants are doing. I would look like my little cayenne pepper plant. Is that a slug? Oh no, slug. You gotta come from up out of here, buddy. You will be an evicted today. The right leg wrong there, you can't stay here. Yeah. My bad, y'all. He ain't gonna have no food. I'm wondering what in the world is going on with my plant. Oh no, he can't stay here. He cannot stay here. Anyway, that explains why, you know what I'm saying, I was led to come out here with the dang eggshells today. No, he can't stay here. He gonna have to go. He can't stay here. Anyways. I got a whole little pack of stuff that I want to do. I gotta do my little seed bank. Because at least I already made my little tag, so I don't have to stress myself about either thing about the links or the tags. And that slug out here causing flex to be under stress and was hot. So we got him. Oh no, he got to go. What's a dragonfly in here? Anyway, I gotta plan out where I would put everything. Lately, it ain't got down to 78 degrees. At first, when I came out here earlier today, it was 100 degrees in here. 110, got up to 112. And before I decided to go in the house, we wasn't gonna be able to do that. So I know this gonna have to go outside. I think I'm gonna put this in a pot in here, but I'm gonna have to put it like I'm gonna have to put it in one of these pots on this side over here because the sun is like getting jiggy with the sun, so we're gonna put it over here. So I might put it in here. This too. Yes. I think I'm gonna put it in the pot. So what I'm doing right now, I got all my little. For those of you that don't know, I keep these, even though I've removed the seeds out of these and I put them in their own little individual little containers, some seeds in there, and I label it. But I keep these for reasons of like right now, so I can remember what seeds I have, what company they came from. Knowing what company they came from will give me an idea of how long I've had the seeds and when exactly I purchased the seeds, etc. Sometimes they have instructions on the back of the package that can be helpful. Sometimes they'll have like a little tag like that on the package that can be helpful. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I keep these. And right now I'm using them to figure out where I'm gonna put what because I want to spread herbs around in the pots. I want to plant some more tomatoes too. You know what I'm saying? See which ones popped and which ones didn't. And the ones that didn't, I'm gonna go ahead and put something else in that pot and try to grow it again. You know what I'm saying? Because it is still in this area, at least in this climate, it's still a good time to sow seeds of tomatoes and other things. So that's what we're doing right now. And plus, I do want to make it my business to make sure that my plants do it all right. Also, for the happy sip of my wine. I should have risked my little cup like it, but it's all right. Pray that the Lord bless it. It look all right. I guess I did use the water yesterday. I'm gonna be mad about that once I'm out, but that's okay. I'm really almost out now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna move this. We'll possibly put this somewhere over here, so it can be kind of away from the sun. It seemed like it don't like sun. This seemed like it don't like sun, so I'm gonna put it in an area where it's not gonna be exactly in the sun. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today, y'all. Some of these things that's not popping, I decided to go. We still got seeds, so we, you know what I'm saying, try it until we get it, until we figure it out. So, you know, some of these herbs I really do want because they are, you know what I'm saying, like medicinal herbs. This is blue vervain. I really do want this to grow. I did sow some seeds. It looked like something is sprouting, but I'm not sure. And because I'm not sure, I'm going to go ahead and plant it again and see what happens. And I'm going to put it in this pot that I just took the melons out of with some of the other herbs I'm going to grow. And ground cherry, I think I'm going to put this in a pot that I planted some tomato seeds in there, but they just, I don't know why they not sprouting, so I'm going to put these in there. I have never had ground cherries before. However, I have heard that they taste good and they're real sweet, and it's like a kind of like, basically from my perspective, an exotic fruit that looks like a tomato. So I want to try it, so I'm gonna go ahead and grow it. You know what I'm saying? I might actually see. I halfway feel like I should put it over here with the melons, but then I kind of feel like that might not be a smart idea because I know melons can get kind of big. And I believe that ground cherries get kind of big. I think I'm gonna put it in that pot over there that my cherry tomatoes were supposed to be growing in, but for whatever reason they are not. And I don't know if it's the seeds I used or what, but you know, once again, try again. So we might just go ahead and put these over there. And see how it do. I know I'm gonna have to move my little Flavigo bird bath to somewhere else because right now it's in a pot that I have a tomato plant growing in. And once that tomato plant, you know, start getting big, that's gonna have to come up out of there. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and do that today too. I don't know where I'm gonna move it at. I might move it somewhere over here, possibly in the corner over here, but I don't know. We're gonna figure that out too. We're gonna do that today. Look like I got spinach growing in the corner back here. How did that even happen? Anyways, we're gonna plant these. I'm gonna plant these in that pot. So I'm gonna just sit it right here because I can't reach all the way up here. Fennel 3. Fennel. Okay, these right here. These some herbs. Right now, I'm about to spread herbs throughout the garden in different pots. And some of them is things that I tried to grow already. Some of them I haven't even tried to grow these yet. I haven't used some of these seeds. And it's like I got anise, hyssop, horehound. I tried to grow horehound over here and it is not popping for me. So I think I'm gonna move it to a different area and try to grow it over there and see what happens. And I also wanted to put not dizzle. I said dill everywhere. So I'm gonna put these somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where we gonna put it at. I might put these over here with the lilies. I need to figure out what herbs I'm gonna put over here with them. We might do bee balm and lemon balm. And sit dill to the side because it just don't go everywhere. It's wild because I know it's been raining today, But in reality, I guess the rain is coming in through the windows because the soil is so wet in here. But I guess it's cool because that means I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna put some things in here and move it to another area. I might move it over there by the door so that it's not getting so much sun. I can fit 5 things in here, so we'll do it. Bam. That like that. These are depending on what else we have out here. And then cornflower. I think we put it over here. Okay. Now that I did that, now it's time to get the seeds out and start, you know what I'm saying, doing that. And I might end up planting other things too over here because it's really a lot of space over here. But I am trying to be I'm trying to keep in mind that these plants that are in here, even though right now they are not as big, they do get big. So I don't want to put too much in them. I found this. Oh, it's over here. There's fenugreek right next to it. I have so many basil seeds, they take up a whole row. they take up a whole row here. Dill, we're going to go crazy with dill today, so we're going to go ahead and pull them up. I do want to plant some more lemon mint. I might add some of that over there too. Little vervain, this is red clover, bee balm. Okay, so bee balm is what I was looking for. I'll just use my nail. And then lemon balm. Let me see why in the world I don't have lemon balm sitting next to bee balm. That don't make no sense. I think I moved lemon balm out of here. And it's in my other one. With the salad stuff. Because I do like lemon balm and salad. So we're going to have to wait on her. We might put something else in that spot there. Let me see. Because I'm not going to go and get it right now. So we're going to have to save that for next time. And we're going to put, what else is out here? Put some dill up there. I have 3 different types of dill seeds, so I'm just going to pick a random one, and I'm going to put different varieties all around. get my little tag. That was already used, so we should go back. Okay, next, we'll put these in here. Okay. Okay. Now, this is blue vervain. What did I see? I just saw the seeds. There they go. Oh, these seeds are so small. One thing I do love about gardening is how the seeds all look completely different. You don't like, and then these seeds look like this. They're just so interesting. Which it makes sense because the plants are different, but you don't expect that the seeds are going to be so different. That's the last one. Really close to the top because that's deep. Deep. I don't want them to have to fight to get to the air. Caraway. And we got cilantro in the corner. Cilantro seeds. They look little balls. Add one more. Baby, we don't need y'all to grow down. Okay. And that is done. I don't know where I'm gonna put them at. I'm gonna have to put them somewhere. I guess I'm gonna put them over there in that corner because I don't want it to be a situation where yeah, the problems I've been done. Okay, and then we got, is this a spider? Oh no, this is a spider. You're gonna have to dip. We're gonna have to go, so. You just don't have to go. And some of these, like, I barely have, like, it's like they came with their itty seeds. I don't understand that. And some of them, they give you plenty. So we're going to see if they pop for me. If they don't, I'm going to have to be ordering certain seeds again. It's so here. Whew, I think it's like getting a break. I'm so hot. I really could go ahead and plant some stuff in this pot over here. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna have to put this over here. I'm gonna have to move things around inside the greenhouse because some of these plants do not like this heavy sun that's coming in from this side. So I'm gonna have to move some stuff over there, which I guess I should have planned for, but it is what it is. We learning, okay? We still learning too. But that kind of makes it difficult because it's like a lot of the plants don't want to be right here because it's hot. Because it's hot. And I'm like, dang it, who want to be off by the sun now? The basil over here happy. But a lot of the plants don't like it. And I'm going to have to move it. This is when it comes to this. I'm going to turn her around. Because my living time look like they don't like it. thinking about moving my stand with my tools over in this corner and moving this over here because that might make those plants that are over there happy. Oh, well, they not stop eating stuff like that. But it is no biggie, y'all, because it's hot out here, so I am moving slowly, but for sure. These things flying from Glue this in. I might leave it right here though. And just turn them around. My bad, guys. That around. Here. That's gonna be a problem. Having it like that. Move y'all over here because I'm gonna start moving the rod. This. And then this part over here. What did I have here? Damn. My bad was good. All this shit all over the way. Jesus. Okay. So I'm gonna put some deal around. Here. This one over here. This one over here.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby. What's going on?
You came out here after it was raining so much?
Yep.
Wow. Making a video?
Yep.
Okay. How did it go with moving the melons to a different area?
They over here in this little pipe. You want to see them? You can come look.
I don't have any shoes on, but
You need to put some shoes on. It's wet out here.
I know.
Go get your slides and then come back. I'm gonna put some of this.
I'm gonna put some slides on.
Okay. I'll put some over there. I want to put some on the outside too. Let's go. gonna look and go back in, you don't have to, but you should.
Those are doing well. Hey guys. Oh, there's only one message.
Okay.
It keeps almost falling.
James, I can't see what I'm doing.
It kept almost falling.
Leave it alone.
I was really trying to keep it up. It wouldn't fell. What do you mean leave it alone? You're trying to keep it up.
James, did you come out here to see your melons? Okay, come on. The melons over there.
Oh, they're already growing?
Yeah, that's why I moved them.
That's cool. Huh, but it takes the water. Cool.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
I moved them over here. They look like they are. Some of them is happy, and some of them not. Hopefully they'll get happy. It's been kind of a rainy day, so
Yeah, I can see that most of them are unhappy.
there's only one of them that's unhappy.
No, it's that one. It's leaning a little bit. That one's leaning really a lot.
That's how it's doing. I feel like I don't know if that was what was going in the pot before I moved it.
Oh, dragonfly! Look at that. So cool. I can feel the water.
Yeah, the plants can too. They wet. I haven't watered them in a few days, and they soaking wet out here. I don't know how in the world they got so dang wet. And it's like, how is the rain even getting in here? But I guess the humidity.
Yeah, the condensation. Because the water must be so cold that it's touching through the thing and you can feel it.
Yeah.
So if you touch up to it, you can feel water. So that means like the water must be dripping down. Yeah, because these plants are wet.
They are soaking wet. And I'm trying to figure out how in the world is my plants getting so goddamn wet and I have to water them. And that doesn't make sense.
So this greenhouse must take in the water. This greenhouse must be taking in some of the water. So
Either that or somebody sleeping back here and overwatering my dang plants.
overwatering them? Oh, they're overwatered?
Some of them are.
Which one?
Some of them are, because some of them is out here looking unhappy. Okay, this is Cherokee purple tomato.
Alright, I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
Alright, love you.
Love you too.
You wanna watch something later or something?
Yeah, we can if you want to.
Alright.
Cherokee purple, and then over here is brandywine. Mm-hmm. Oh, Betty Fly's gonna drop. That's it. purpose. See all these things, rocks. Where in the world these things come from? I know I didn't work no day. All right, y'all, that's it. I think I done just about covered everything I wanted to do. But right now, these guinea pigs. And let me close this because these blinds are dropping. Oh. All right, y'all. Now we done went around and sold us seeds. I'm hot again, tired again, but I'm trying my best not to get, you know what I'm saying, too goddamn me hot and sweaty out here. But I did want to make sure I got what I needed done to be done. Because even if I decide, you know what I'm saying, to go and come through with the come through, and we move next month, my plants can come with me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to transplant them. But it's certain things that I want to have growing and together. And then we could just move from one yard to another. And everything gonna be all right. All right. Whew, baby, it's hot. Because apparently that ain't gonna work. And I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be tripping. But it don't make no sense for my garden to be this dang wet. And they inside the greenhouse. I'm just being honest. That don't make no logical sense to me. And not at least, if it's gonna be wet, I could understand it being wet over here where the windows at, but for the whole thing to be soaking wet, like it's soaking wet, that don't make no sense. I'm just being honest, but I could be tripping. I don't know. Maybe the rain came in through the windows, but you know what I'm saying? It's only 2 windows open and it's only 2 little small windows. And maybe it's the precipitation, like my son said, but I still don't understand that because precipitation, it's soaking wet, like poured, like soaking, like the soil is soaking wet. That doesn't make any sense, bro. But I don't know, baby. I'm sure. But it would be the first time that I had me a little garden going on at my mama's house, and out of nowhere something happened to my plants. I don't know who it is over here that feels some type of way about me growing my own food, bro. I just don't understand it. I don't understand the logic. I don't understand why they mad. I don't understand why they hate. So I don't know why they think that I'm not gonna come out here. Like it's gonna stop me from growing food, bro. I'm not understanding it. Between that, finding salt in my little seedlings and all kind of like that don't make no logical sense as to why somebody is so bothered and so upset. And I'm not understanding. It ain't no situation where I just took it upon myself to come out here and do all this. My mom said I could have a garden. So you know what I'm saying, went ahead and put a garden. She said right here in this area, to be honest, this not even the spot that I would have chose because I feel like it's in the midst of the wind. But at the same time, it's not my house. So she said I can have it right here. That's why I have it at until I get my own house and I move. And then I can have, you know what I'm saying, my garden all over my yard. But whew, it's coming. It is coming. It is coming. I just pray with all my heart and soul. I know I'm close, but I don't feel like going through the pressure. I don't. I'm tired. I done been through enough already. The experiences that I have been through this year, last year, and the year before that combined has been enough for me. And I pray with all my heart and soul that we just have us an easy, smooth sailing, a transition from living here to living in my own house. I pray with all my heart and soul because I'm so tired of going through unnecessary nonsense. I don't know what to do with myself. I really am. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it being a situation where I just be sitting around minding my own business, doing what I'm supposed to do, and other people are just going out of their way trying to make life miserable for me. I don't have time. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I don't feel like dealing with it no more. I don't. It shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no situation where somebody is, poor and trying to grow their own food and you getting mad about it. That don't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. And they ain't trying to hear, well, you should get a job. I have a job. I have more than one job. Okay? Come all the way up off my back. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm so sick of it. And just because my jobs look fun, don't mean that I don't have a job. I have a job. Dang it. Baby, this hot. Hopefully my baby plants do well. His melon plant is kind of bent, but she look happy. One of them do look a little sad. What is this? I think it's the cantaloupe. That look kind of sad. I feel like I should have put this tag closer to it because I'm a little confused on which is. He got 3 different sugar baby plants that's sprouting, which is good. But I know it's hot. It is hot. It is hot. It is hot. It is hot out here. But I do know I can't wait to move because, hopefully and perfectly we're going to have us a nice little yard and I'll be able to spread everything out a little bit and plant some things in the ground. You need, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And I'm going to try to stay in high spirits and stay in that energy, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, in fact, that's the message that is at the top of my, find like the homepage on my channel. The message at the top is this is the last step for your promise. A lot of times when we in the last step for our promise, it's like you feel like you in a pressure cooker. And everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong. Everything that could possibly stress you out is stressing you out. Everything that could possibly make you worry and make you panic and make you go like think that everything is gonna go left, it happens. And in reality, that is the enemy. That is the devil himself using people to try to cause you to feel as if what God already promised you is not going to come to pass, but it's going to come to pass regardless. And it's nothing that anybody can do about it. In reality, when it comes down to it, vegetable prices are not so skyrocket high that I can't buy them. But at the same time, due to the fact that money is tight for me, it is smart for me to go ahead and try to plant my own food and try to grow as much as I can so that I can save money when it comes to the grocery store. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, even when it comes to the peppers that I'm growing, we can spend a couple dollars and get a handful of jalapenos from the grocery store. We can spend a few dollars and get cayenne peppers and sweet peppers and all that. Like, you know, I'm just being honest. But it is some things that I'm growing out here that you can't buy at the grocery store. And that's the truth. Because they don't have all the different varieties. And you have to like search and go to a specific type bed. It is entirely too closet. And they all hovering around my little wine box. I am not cherry, bro. Hovering around my wine box like we heard this was a bullshit. No, man, no. Buddy, y'all gonna have to go somewhere else, bro. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? In reality, but when it comes down to it, it just, you know what I'm saying? Look, I should be able to have my little hobby in peace, bro. And then if she was outside acting a fool with my, you know what I'm saying, with my ratchet friends acting a smooth fool, it'll be a situation where everybody will be like, oh, dog, she acting crazy. We got to do this and we got to do that, dog, bro. It should be no situation where I'm sitting out here peacefully trying to garden and somebody is trying to figure out some kind of way to put a stop to it. Find the nerve and the audacity to find something else to do with your time, bro. You the one being a menace. It's not me. Let me sip my wine in peace. Thank you. I'm just being real. That don't make sense to me. But let me sit out here and play my little garden and sit out here with my flowers in peace. It shouldn't be no situation where somebody is feeling some type of way about me doing something that everybody should be able to do anyways. Like, and that's real. Everybody used to grow their own food back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Some people, that's all they could do is grow their own food. I don't understand why it's a problem. I'm sick and tired of my little garden being under the sink. For real, for real. That done happened to me so many times. Like, baby, I'm so serious, y'all. So since I started gardening, it has always been at least one person, no matter where I stayed at. I pray to God I don't have to deal with it when I move. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? People is gonna people, and we can't always control. That's literally the whole meaning behind the last message I posted. We cannot always control how other people are gonna feel, how they are going to treat us, and how they gonna act and their actions and what they gonna do. But when it come down to it, in reality, a lot of things that some people be doing is nonsense. I remember I was in, ironically, you know what I'm saying, to that dream, I was in Walmart the other day, going to the little section, the beauty section, to get some nail glue. And I walk over there, and the lady that's over there is like, I can't stand this section. And I'm like, I, I'm offended because dang, I walk over here and now all of a sudden you don't like this. I don't like this section either. I really don't even like this store. To be real. Now I don't even want to go to the store no more. You done made the whole store look bad just by you saying something so ridiculous, bro. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't like working there, find another job. There are other stores that you can work at. It's other places that you like. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to push that off on me. Like I'm bothering you by coming to the store and contributing to your paycheck, bro. I don't even understand that. Every time when I used to work retail, it was a situation where I tried my best to treat customers with respect, and I tried to make sure everybody felt like they were heard and listened to. Why? Because that is paycheck, like stability. Like this is stability. How do you expect that you're gonna carry on receiving a paycheck if you don't have no customers? And every time you get a customer, you making the customer feel like they miserable and they hate coming there because you got an attitude and you being nasty and mean and you following them around as if they finna steal something that don't cost nothing but $2 and ain't nobody got time for that. They like I don't even like coming to the store no more. That way. How bad I had to go there. I would have, all right, baby, I prefer to go to Target. Thank you. If you gonna act that way, like for real, and we'll pay more for the nail glue. Just for the peace of mind of knowing ain't nobody gonna be following me around the store, bro, and having an attitude and being all nasty to me just because the audacity for me having to come in there and spend some money that is contributing to your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I don't understand that logic. That is something that I learned early on when I used to work retail. How is it that you sitting up here, your check is coming from people spending money in the store, and you getting an attitude with people for coming in the store? Make it make sense. If the store was empty and nobody was in there, 9 out of 10 they gonna tap you on the shoulder and tell you to go home, and then you're gonna be mad because you're not getting the hours that you want. But you're not getting the hours that you want because you done ran all the customers off. I'm just being real. I feel like some people don't even think. That don't make no logical sense to me. Whew. It don't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It don't. And it doesn't. And it don't. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you do, it should be a situation where you know what I'm saying, you have the best attitude at whatever job you got. It don't matter what I was making. Even when I was making $6 an hour, I still had a positive attitude when people walked up in the store. It wasn't a situation where I was trying to run people off, make people feel uncomfortable, or make them feel as if I wanted them to leave. My first job, I was working. I got paid $6 an hour plus commission on every dress I sold. I low key was making enough money that I could have had an apartment in high school. And you know what I'm saying? I had a positive attitude. I always got good reviews from the customers that came in while I was there. I was doing so well at that dang dress shop that she let me stay there by a teenager in high school. She let me run the whole shop by myself. I don't understand how some people have jobs, regardless to what your job is, and have a bad, nasty attitude with other people, bro. For what? They literally contributing to your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? She showed me the breakdown, how much she paid for electricity, how much she paid the Galleria for rent, how much she paid for X, Y, and Z. Like when you see all that, you understand that every single customer, if you allowing them to walk out the store, you understand why if the owner is there, they gonna panic and be like, hold on, where you going? Like, why would you? I don't understand. And I get it. Walmart is a big corporation and it's different. But at the same time, if everybody decided that they wasn't gonna go to Walmart no more because they don't like going there and getting bad attitudes from their employees, Walmart gonna start going under and closing doors, and it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be out of jobs, and they can't even get mad at nobody but themselves because don't nobody want to go there because every time they walk into this videos about this, about people saying they don't like going there because they always getting bad attitudes, people always treating them as if they bothering them by coming there, and it don't make no logical sense, bro. Like, I'm just being real. And I'm not trying to, I'm not talking down on nobody's job because I've worked in retail. I worked in retail for 10 years. It don't make no sense to have a job and then get mad at somebody else for coming to your job. And like, I don't understand it. Even when I was working as a nursing assistant, I wouldn't get mad at nobody else because of what my job was. I remember I had a patient that had one of like, I think it was C. diff. That's a very contagious disease. I was upset when I found out that I was on that hall and I had that patient, but I still treated that man with my utmost respect. I still tried my best and put forth my best effort. Called one of my friends to help me when he had the whole room covered in sugar honey iced tea because he decided to pull out his catheter and his you know what I'm saying, his whatchamacallit bag, and it just had it everywhere. It was all on the walls, all on the floor, it was everywhere. And guess who had to clean that up? Nursing. Me. I went outside. Back then I was smoking black and mild, smoked me a little black and mild. Talked about it with my coworker. We went in there and got to work, bro. What else can you do, bro? Had the whole room spick and span and shining, bro. What else can you do? That's my job. Ain't no situation where I'm finna treat him some kind of way because the meds were making him act a certain kind of way. And you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why some people get in nursing and then don't even want to do their job. I'm just being real. And I'm speaking on jobs that I have had. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I don't understand it. Baby, I'm about Boutique. Boutique say when she worked at Popeye, she had a good attitude and showed up with makeup on and had a, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. I'm just being real. It ain't no situation where I ain't had no real hard working job before. Like some people like to think, they think just because my life is the way that it is now, that I ain't never worked a real job and I ain't never did this, I ain't never did that. So when I was 19, I had 2 jobs. I barely was at home. I was barely at the apartment I was paying for, which is why I let it go. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and worked at a nursing home till 2 p.m. and then had to hurry up, get dressed, and go down to a call center and work there till 9 p.m. I was barely at my own house. My friends was enjoying my apartment more than I was. I was irritated when I got off work because I was barely there. It was annoying. And in reality, you know what I'm saying? That's like life. I understand. Sometimes that is what life is, and that's what it is. And what can you do except get over it? But simultaneously, it wasn't no situation where I got to the call center and was having attitudes with the people because I wasn't working at a call center where you had to like collect money or anything. It was a call center, I think, for like realtors or something like that. So they were expecting our calls. They wanted our calls. We were calling to let them know what properties they had, what properties were sold, etc. And when it come down to it, a job is like, it shouldn't be a situation where you going to work, you receiving a check, and you getting an attitude with everybody else and putting all your problems off on other people. And that's just real. Anyway, now that I got that off my chest, baby, we're going to see what pops and what works and what doesn't. Because, you know what I'm saying? I know with some things, I kind of know what I'm doing. And with some things, I'm still kind of confused, you know what I'm saying? And trying to test it out and see what's going to work. You know what I'm saying? See what's going to go do its thing and what I'm really good at growing and what I really need some work at. But you know what I'm saying? I do enjoy my little hobby. It's a joy. It is. It is. It is. I can't wait to taste some of this stuff, because I got, baby, I can't wait till the peppers start doing their thing and I get to chew, you know what I'm saying, taste my little peppers. Oof, my hair is itchy. It's about time for me to change my hair. That's why I need to do that when I get paid, yo. For sure, for sure. Ooh, and I'm about to change these lashes. Oh, I hope I know I got dirt on my hands too. Listen, Lord. Let me use another nail to scratch. I need to switch my lashes off and do a little facial. Mm, I'm doing a little facial. Take my lashes off, do maybe like a little micro needling treatment and a little facial and get that going and try to calm down and relax. I don't know when we gonna do it, but that's gonna have to be done. Most maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I guess depending on how I feel. But I have got a little irritated about finding all them days. Y'all seen all them rocks that I found in my in my soil. I'm like, where in the world did, and they ain't just normal rocks, they crystals. Where in the world all these dang crystals come from? I don't know if it said it on the bag that the soil came with crystals or if somebody threw crystals out there, and you know what I'm saying, I don't know what's going on. And I don't remember seeing no crystals when I first mixed the soil up and put it in here. I don't remember seeing no dang crystals. But maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it came with it. I guess maybe it's to help add air to the soil. I don't know. I'm confused. I ain't never seen that. But I don't know. Hopefully it helped the plants grow. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really finna sit out there and pick all of them out. I don't feel like it. It's too high. Even with it being as, you know what I'm saying, it's getting dark. I'm going to put my little lights on. It's getting dark, but it's too dang hot for that. It's not as hot as it was earlier, but it's still hot. It's not as hot as it was earlier, but it's still hot. It's goddamn 78 degrees, and it's saying here because it's wet, 87 degrees. It's still hot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, exact comfortable temperature to be moving around too much. Some of my basil on this pot is going to power. See, I think this is a different type of basil leaf. Let me see. I'm trying to pick it up. Let me pick this one up. Yeah, it is different. I can tell by the leaves that it's different. Shoot, I can't get it off. She hold on tight. Oh yeah, this lime. Y'all see lime basil? It's really a bad example because it got a hole in the leaf. But as I've said before, I got so much basil growing out here. My little lime basil. And I'm going to show y'all the difference between the lemon and the lime. It's the lemon basil and the lime basil. They close. They close, y'all. They close, but the leaves do look a little different. But they dang near look the same. And they both basil. But this is lime and this is lemon. And they smell different. The lemon basil, it has such a strong lemon smell. Like you can smell it. Like as soon as I walk in here, you can smell because I got a big old lemon bush over here. I have a huge lemon basil bush growing over here. It's one over here. It's some back here. It's some over here. And I can tell this is all lemon basil. And then the color of the flowers are different. These flowers look like a whitish purple color. Meanwhile, the lime basil is growing a yellow flower on it. And it have a different scent. It don't smell the same. But they still smell good. But oh, that lemon, baby. I love it. Oh, it smells so good. Whew. I love putting that in my salads. It smells so good and it tastes good too. And that's honestly what I like. I like putting it in my salads because it tastes real good. It adds like this really good hint of citrus to a salad when you put it in there. But it tastes so good. It is so good, and obviously, it's also beneficial to the garden because it is still basil. It does still have a smell that kind of drives away certain pests from the garden. You like all the flamingos? Thank you, thank you. I love flamingos. They my favorite bird. I like birds. You know what I'm saying? I like going birding and all of that. But flamingos are my favorite bird because they pink. But yeah, I do. I have a thing. I love me some lemon basil, and the fact that it kind of took over and is growing everywhere out here is absolutely delightful. Like it is wonderful to me. I'm gonna have to cut down some of these flowers though that's growing in my bush because I don't want it to go to flower. Because I do want it, which is why I allowed it to carry on. Even though I put some, tomato seeds in there with it, it's enough space I feel like for the tomato plant to eventually grow and kind of do its thing on the side of it. And they do, you know what I'm saying? They make very good companion plants to tomatoes. They add a good flavor to it, and the kind of tomato plants that I put in there, I feel like would do good to have that added citrusy flavor to it because they was good last year when I grew them. So I know if they have like that, you know what I'm saying. And I had lemon basil in the pot with it last year, so you know what I'm saying. I know they gonna do well. They make good friends. They really do. Whew. But I'm for sure gonna have to redo my lashes because this is just too much. But that was a shocker to me when I got back and saw that it was like living basil and lime basil everywhere out here. I was like, what is going on? But apparently, this is the perfect climate for it, which is shocking to me that you don't see it more in grocery stores. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm shocked that you don't see that as an option, especially like in this area because it grow like so well. I like it was growing when I wasn't even here, watering it or taking care of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? God was taking the wheel with it. They was doing their thing. But I know I hope my other little things, my little seeds that I put out here, we'll see what they do. I don't know if it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, and it's supposed to carry on raining too. It's supposed to rain all the way till Sunday. It's supposed to rain more tomorrow than it did today. Then Friday. Then we gonna have like 3 days that possibly it ain't gonna rain. Ain't really gonna be no full sun. Hopefully it's gonna be full sun. We gonna see what happens. And then it's gonna rain all over again. Mm, mm, mm. I need to grow me some citronella out here to keep these dang mosquitoes away. Baby, what y'all got going on this Wednesday night? This used to be my night to go out. It's happy hour right now. I know it's happy hour so well. I love me a good happy hour. But I guess right now we having happy hour in the greenhouse, okay? And the flies is trying they darnest to have some of my little wine, yo. I hope they don't take my cup. They for sure was taking my little box. I love me a good little wine dispenser. It's just it's one of the most wonderful, delightful things ever, yo. When I discovered wine dispensers when I was staying in the desert, because I also, you know what I'm saying, I like getting the wine box, you know, that they have at what is it called? I think it's what's the name of that grocery store? I don't know, is it Trader's Village, Trader Joe's? It's something like that. And they have like the big old box, and I think it's like around $50, something like that. And you get a big old box of wine. It's like 12 bottles of wine. Baby, I go up there when I get paid from the gas station that I worked at, go up to the grocery store, get our groceries, and you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get a box of wine. That lasts us for 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, try to make it last, you know what I'm saying, because I get off work. I would work mornings into the afternoon, and then my friend would come in and work after me. And you know what I'm saying, when I go back to the homestead, water the garden if I needed to, check on the chickens, make sure they good, and then make sure they straight. And then go back to that trailer, could be on a little movie on my little iPad or my phone or whatever, start cooking and pull out my bottle. Be lit, okay? By the time I go pick him up from that gas station, I'll be lit. Baby, but I love the wine dispenser. That is like the coolest thing when I discovered these things. Now all you got to do is pull a little thing out and you just twist it and there's the wine, yo. You ain't got to worry about no cork. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get the bottle open. That used to be a problem for me when I was younger. I remember one time we wasn't supposed to be drinking wine, no way. But anyways, when I was a promoter and it was like this, we would go and get us a wine. Like at first we would mess with them MD 2020s, but they ended up hiding from us. They wanted us to stop getting them. My friend came back with some red wine, and we ain't know how to open it. We had to break, like we literally had to bust the bottle open, and you know what I'm saying, and figure it out, man. Bad for business, you know what I'm saying, bad tis. But anyways, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to just pull the little thing out and hook it all right and just twist it and there's the wine, or push the button and there's the wine. It is so wonderful. I like, baby, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes me and my friends would either decide that we spontaneously we're gonna go ahead and go to the beach, and why not, we'll get us a hotel room and we wake up and go to the beach in the morning, etc. Baby, get out there, don't got no corkscrew. Whole night ruined. All night is destroyed. Baby. See, a lot of people, when I get ready to go somewhere, even if it's just the Galveston, I pack kind of heavy. And most people, they look at me like, dang, why is you packing like that? And why is you bringing so much? And I don't like being in a position to where I am somewhere and I want something and I don't have it. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I have learned that, you know what I'm saying, in my 35 years. That's one thing that I've learned. I would rather have something that I don't need than need something and don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to all the things that I took will be, you know what I'm saying, to go to Louisiana. I would rather have it and don't need it than need it and not have it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that I took out there that, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't able to bring back with me, and I was very upset. You know, for the most part, I didn't got most of it back. You know what I'm saying? All glory to God. Okay, regardless if it was because of my paycheck or because somebody blessed me with it. Thank you to y'all too. But you know what I'm saying, when it come down to it, it's some things that I cannot do without my little wax machine. I gotta have it. I gotta have my facial wax machine. I don't like using my razor for, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of facial hair or certain areas. I would rather use the wax machine, and then in certain areas, I would rather use a razor. In reality, I used to have a what is it called, IPL, the little light thing that stop the hair from growing. I gotta give me another one of them. I gotta give me another one of them. I used to love that thing, using it on my legs. And you know what I'm saying? Areas to stop the hair, baby. It was a delight. And now I can't think. That's one thing that I refuse to use on my face because you know it can burn you depending on your skin tone. And even though I'm not exactly all the way to chocolate per se, I'm not all the way bright per se. So I don't trust using it on my face. I don't want to use it and burn myself. But I do like using it like on my legs because it does make the hairs come in thinner, and eventually it gets into effect to where you don't even have to shave anymore. You know what I'm saying? Sadly, I ain't get to that point, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying, bring it with me, but I do want to buy me another one. I think I left that thing in the desert. Oh, my eye is itch. I'm finna take these lashes off and redo my whole little lash. Oof, it's time. It's so bad. And I washed my lashes and did everything. You know what I'm saying? I wash my lashes every day. But I know I have been outside in the garden a bit much today. And you know what I'm saying? Been sweating and all that. And then in reality, they kind of been ready anyways. You know what I'm saying? I didn't already reapply glue to them twice. So it's probably time for me to go ahead and redo them. It's probably about time for me to go ahead and redo my lashes. So I might desperate to do that tonight. I might take them off tonight and redo them tomorrow, or take them off tonight and redo them tonight. But it's about time for me to go ahead and redo my lashes because this is just it's tough. Oh, ooh, mm. And they feel like when I scratch my eyes, they feel like they getting out of whack. It feel like it's a situation where they kind of, you know what I'm saying, feeling a little weird there. All these flies is getting on my nerves. Baby, I feel like these flies is attacking me right now. They don't leave me alone. I'm gonna go and get my little fly swatter and start attacking them. I'm sick of them. They is about to drive me nuts. They don't leave me alone. Mhm. Baby, I'm sitting up here looking up free events that I could take my son to for the summer. So you find something to do. You know, I can find something for me and my baby to do, yo. So I know he don't want to be sitting at this house staring at me for the whole day. So even though we are having us a good little time, and we try to find little activities and events and things to do, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want the whole summer to be us sitting at the house. Hopefully, I have me a vehicle for us to get around and buy. And before the summer end, hopefully and prayerfully, God come through. So it ain't no situation where we just gotta sit at the house staring at each other for the book. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I know he grateful, but still. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. My flamingo light still haven't cut on yet. I know I'm glad this day temperature is going down because I can't stand. When I was out here earlier and I was transplanting the melons into this pot over here in the corner, this big pot here. Let me show y'all. Y'all see my big pot right there? Melons over there chilling. Baby, it was so dang hot. I looked at this little thermometer and it said 110, and I was like, Jesus. I was like, Jesus, no, not 100 degrees, not over 100 degrees. It can't be over 100 degrees. Like, how, Lord? Why, Lord? And I know it was probably, you know what I'm saying, it's reading the temperature that's inside the greenhouse. And typically, obviously, it's a greenhouse, so it's gonna be hotter in here than it's gonna be outside. But baby, it was 110, got up to 112. I don't know what the high was because I ain't stick around. You know what I'm saying? As soon as it got to 112, and I finished what I needed to do over here, I was like, I'm going inside, bro. I'm not gonna sit out here and wait around and see how hot it's gonna get. Because from the time, and I think the live stream wasn't nothing but 30 some minutes, 40 minutes at the most. By the time when I started, it was 110. By the time I finished, it was 112. That's within a span of 40 minutes. It went up 2 degrees, yo. It was so hot out here. I was drenched in sweat, like literally just, you know what I'm saying, trying to transplant because I have soil in my garden bed that's on the side of the greenhouse. And I was transplanting, like I put I spent $10 and got some manure earlier today to add to the soil mixture that I already got out there because right now it was already garden soil and it was like topsoil mixed. And I added manure and topsoil to it and mixed it together and then put it in one of my other little pots and kept bringing it to transplant it over here because I heard, okay, I'll see if I'm right, okay, but what I heard from other people that garden is that manure plants love manure, so we gonna see how they like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want his melons, so my back is itching. I want my melons, my baby's melons, to grow, and I want them to get all big and strong and look all happy. My son came out here and said that he feel like they not happy. the Americanique, the Anais, the Americanique look happy. Now I can't stunt. The cantaloupes look sad. They look sad because they not even sitting upright. But at the same time, I can't tell if it's like that's how they growing. You still sad, Foxy girl? What's going on, sis? The sugar babies look happy. What's going on, sis? I don't know. I will be honest. You know what I'm saying? From what you were saying the other day, you can't base your happiness upon how other people are treating you and, you know what I'm saying, the way other people are acting in your life. Because, like, what I have learned and the way, you know, some of my friends and family members have treated me in the past, sometimes it's a situation where, like, people will never they never gonna treat you the way you expect them to, and you can't control how other people are going to be. You can't control how other people are going to act. And you know what I'm saying? You just have to find happiness within yourself. You can't depend upon other people to make you happy. Sometimes people will literally go out their way to make you sad, to make you miserable, or to try to make you sad and miserable. And you know, just like I told you the other day, I've been through that before where it was my birthday and I was, you know, expecting all my friends to pull up and show up and show out because I did the same thing for them and they ain't show up and they ain't pull up. They was ignoring my calls, acting like they ain't want to talk to me, acting like they ain't want to be my friend. They broke my heart. But when it come down to it, I still got dressed and I went out and I had me a good time because we can't base our life and what our life is going to be like based upon other people. Even this year, I was sitting, you know what I'm saying, in Austin, waiting on my sister to come and get me. She never came. Like, she never came. Never came. Didn't give no explanation. She ain't called and say, well, I ain't going to be able to make it this weekend, but I'm coming next week. Nothing. Crickets. You know what I'm saying? And then text me a happy Mother's Day. I ain't even text her back. Why? Because, like, how? I couldn't even see myself, to be honest. You know, once again, I talked about that before. I'm older now and I'm trying to keep peace and maintain peace as much as possible. And I'm trying to maintain peace for myself. You know what I'm saying? Let alone other people. I ain't worried about what other people got going on because sometimes it'd be a situation where they stressed out regardless to if you do anything or not. I'm not entertaining that because I know I'm going to be upset. I know I'm going to be irritated. I know I'm going to be sad. I know I'm going to be mad because I'm hurt that she didn't even put forth effort to tell me that she couldn't come. I'm hurt. She didn't even put forth effort to say, well, I can't come this weekend, but I'll come next weekend. I'm hurt. She like acted as if it didn't even matter. Meanwhile, her sister was in a position to where she had nowhere to go. She had nowhere to get home and she didn't have anything to eat and nobody to depend on. And she knew I needed her at that moment. And she still put forth zero amount of effort to be the big sister that I needed her to. And I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm over it. At this point, I'm over it. I'm being honest. And I know that's, I'm not trying to be harsh and I'm not trying to be mean, but I guess that's just me being an Aries, yo. Like, that's how I see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm loyal to people that I love and I care about. And it will never be a situation where I'm in a position where I can help somebody that I love and I don't even put forth effort to come through. And I could come through and I still don't. That's fake, phony, and fraud to me. I'm not dealing with it. And you know what I'm saying? I hope that you feel better. I don't know what's going on in your life that will cause these people to treat you the way that they treat you. But I'm just being real. Me personally, I wouldn't sit around stressing about it. I didn't. Even after she did what she did, I tried to make the best of it. Y'all saw. I went on live. I went out. I still carried on with March Madness and went out to the little events that they had going on out there. I carried on, you know what I'm saying, going to the museum and carried on going to it was a museum technically, library, museum, going to the park. I carried on, you know what I'm saying, got me a little
storage to put my little things in so that I had somewhere to put my stuff and got 24-hour access so I could come and go as I please. I was making friends and just doing my own thing. What else can I do? But I feel like when it come down to it, you can't control what other people decide that they're gonna do. I'm just being real. And I hope that it gets better for you. I hope that you know what I'm saying, the best time that you possibly can for your birthday. Oh, my eyes itchy. Y'all, I gotta take these lashes off. But I feel like when it comes down to it, I know me personally, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I went through that. I went through the worst. You know what I'm saying? My birthday, I ain't even have nowhere to sleep. I ain't even have a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I went out, people was buying me drinks and it helped me get something to eat. But when it came down to it, I was outside, bro. On my birthday. My ex didn't even come and pick me up. My ex didn't even call me and tell me happy birthday and see how nothing, bro, crickets. So when it, like, I'm just being real. Don't allow how other people are treating you to make you, like, level yourself off to lower than what you are. I still feel like I am who I am, even while I was out there. And that bothered people. If they said it, that it bothered them. She's too confident and she's too happy and she's too peaceful and she's too content. I don't care how nobody feels. I'm still me. It don't allow nobody else to make you feel like you are less than who you are and that you're not as wonderful as you are and that you aren't as beautiful and content and nothing. Don't do that. Go out and celebrate your birthday, even if they don't come. Baby, I will still get a section, even if they don't come. Still get a bottle, even if they don't come. Still be dancing on the tables, even if they don't come. Oh well, it's they bad. I'm saying this because I did it. Seriously, I still have you a good time for my birthday, and and that's real. I'm being all the way 100 with you because y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. I don't even have to lie about it. Y'all saw the proof. Y'all can go back to the videos and watch. Seriously, I still had a good time for my birthday. Made friends. I had, you know what I'm saying? What else can I do except make the best of the situation that I was in? So I'm just telling you, that's my advice. Make the best of the situation that you in. The most silly face I can give you is this. Okay? Because I don't really know how to make no silly face. I'm serious. Baby, you should have asked for that while my baby was out here. He would have did you one. He would have gave you a silly face, but that's the most I can do is stick my tongue out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when it comes down to it, you can't allow other people to be in control of your life and how you feeling about your life, and depending on if you happy or not. Don't don't do that. Don't give nobody that kind of power over you. And that's one thing that I have realized in my 35 years. I'm not going to allow nobody to have the kind of power over me to where if they do X, Y, and Z, then I'm going to be sad. If that was the case, you know what I'm saying? I would be miserable because this thought came and took my man. I ain't finna allow her to take my. I know I can still go out and pull a man. It ain't no situation where I'm ugly. It ain't no situation where I'm bad built. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be turning baby, please. Okay. Last time I went out, I showed up in sweats in a big old YouTube t-shirt, and Ben was still trying to holler at me. So I'm just being real. Don't allow nobody. Don't allow nobody else to make you feel like. And when I was homeless, Ben was still hollering at me. I didn't care. They did not care, yo. I'm just being real. Do not allow nobody to make you feel like you not, you know what I'm saying, that girl, or you are not as awesome as you are just because they trying to treat you some kind of way. Baby, just because they don't like you don't mean everybody in the world don't like you. And that's just, even if it's a situation where you like somebody and that person don't like you, I could sit around and mope around about the fact that he acting the way that he is. Oh well, It's other people that like me, and I know that for a fact because they didn't holler. This people that's better and liver than he is. I was getting hollered at by actors, and you know what I'm saying, and men that you know what I'm saying, promoters and men that work, you know what I'm saying, in the entertainment industry and all that. It ain't no situation where that person is the end all be all. Don't allow nobody else and how they feel about you control what you gonna do with your life and how you gonna feel and how you gonna love yourself and all that. Don't do that. I'm being real. And I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even the type of person that come up with silly faces. I'm the type of person that even when I go out, I'm the chick that you be like, what in the world she got going on? Because I sit in the back and I mind my business. It ain't no situation where I be all up in people's face and etc. Baby, seriously. Like that joke Eddie Griffin say, you tell the real gangsters is because they sit in the back and they don't say nothing to nobody. Okay, that's what I sit in the back and I don't say that. I just be minding my business. People come up to and talk to me, yo. And that's cool. I don't mind it. It ain't no situation where I'm not a friendly person and I won't talk to people that's talking to me. But I ain't the type of person where I'm finna be all up in people's face and etc. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I kind of stay to myself. A lot of people don't even understand it because they assume because I have the kind of following that I have that I'm like a real, like I don't know why people be expecting me to have this bubbly personality that I don't have. I don't even have it online. At least I feel like I know. I don't know what people be expecting out of me. When I went to the Creator Collective, some people was complaining, talking about I was me. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm me. I came to watch the movie. I know some people be coming out here and pretending like they this, that, and the third. Yo, when I first started, you know what I'm saying, prophesying on my channel, I was trying my best to turn over a new leaf and, you know what I'm saying, be a good girl and etc. And it's like people pulled the gangsta up out of me like, dang, I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, hide it and because, you know what I'm saying, and turn over a new leaf. But I guess y'all want to see it, so here it is. And then you shocked to the ball. Why is she so quiet? Why is she so, what were you expecting? I'm just being real. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I try not to be me. I try to be as, you know what I'm saying, cool, calm, and collected as I've been working on my anger management and all that. But in reality, I still am who I am. And I'm the type of person I sit in the back and I'm typically quiet, sipping on my drink, minding my business. And that's really what be going on. You know what I'm saying? When I be out, I do the same thing. I'm just being honest. And it might be a situation where I would be farther in life if I was friendly, but I'm not friendly. I've never been that way. I like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how as many people know me as they do. I'm typically shocked. It's typically a situation where I'm like, how do all these people know? I'm shocked every time somebody say they know me. I'm like, what? Because I do feel like sometimes I can be me. I don't try to, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's just naturally how I am. Like I say to myself, and it's, you know, I don't even know how to say it. It's just like how I am. But that's how I defend myself and protect myself because I know some people can be shysty. I'm from a place where it's a lot of grimy people. A lot of the people that moved here are grimy, and it's a situation where, you know what I'm saying, me staying to myself, I feel like it's the best for me. But simultaneously, I try to be nice as much as I can. I do try. I halfway feel like I should have put this flamingo somewhere else.
We're gonna see how we like it right there. Whew. My little lights come on. I haven't came on yet. I guess this one came on. I don't know what I did with the little thing. I used to have a little fountain thing that would go inside. I don't know what I did with it. I guess it's in my stuff somewhere. It gotta be somewhere. Regardless, I mess around and buy another one, but I'm gonna wait until I get my own place because I kind of want a bigger fountain than this. I feel like it's not big enough for my taste. I'm a tad bit extra when it comes to, but y'all probably can tell. I'm a tad bit extra when it comes to my garden. And I want to have me a nice little, you know what I'm saying, little water. I want to have me a little water garden. I want to have a big one. I want to have, like the lily pads and, a nice little ecosystem going on in there. I want to have the little lotus flowers going on in there. I do want to get into the water garden. I might give me some fish, like some, what do they call the little koi fish going on in there, and then have me a little fountain that shoots up. And I feel like that would be so pretty to have something like that. But obviously, that's something I would have to have, a little more space because I don't want I go big or go home. I'm serious. I feel like it's a go big or go home with that. So I would have to have me a little space for that. But I do want it, you know what I'm saying, on an eventual level. I want to have me a little nice little fountain going on. So I do want to eventually find the perfect little structure for my little fountain. And I want to have something like that going on in the center of my garden. I feel like that would be so pretty. And have like some koi fish going around, like, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing in there. Now, I don't believe that you can eat koi fish. So I don't plan on it being too big. I might just have a couple of them in there. But, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it'll be pretty. I grew up in a time where we used to have those big old like fish tanks, you know what I'm saying? And I do love me a fish tank, and I feel like that would be pretty to have in a garden, to have a little area like to have fish going through. Even though I always wanted to have a little pond. Also, I want to have a catfish pond, but we already know a catfish pond gonna have to be a tad bit bigger than that. But I would like to have a little area where koi fish is kind of going through, and possibly a little area where I can have a catfish pond too. Send me, oh, there they go. They cut off as soon as I started talking about it. It had to be like a little area where I have my little catfish doing their thing. I want to have both. I do want to have both. I think that'd be cool to, you know what I'm saying, be able to, what it doing the evening, you know what I'm saying, in the evening time, sit outside and calm my nerves and relax. Maybe I halfway need to hop on my scooter and go to the dang gas station. I don't really like going to the gas station. It's like though, it already be crazy people up there during the day. I don't really like going at night. I guess it depends on which gas station I go to simultaneously. Sometimes, as shocking as it sounds, like it be less people that are crazy at the dang hood gas station than it do be at the nice gas station. But then sometimes it be a situation where it's people that, I don't even know. But I guess that's, you know what I'm saying, like the last message I released, yo, sometimes life just be life, and yo, and people be having different kind of ulterior motives
You be thinking, you know what I'm saying, you going somewhere just minding your business, and people that are trying to traffic people be up there, people that are creeps be up there, people that you just never use. Life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That ain't even light up. Oh, you crying. I don't even know what to say, to be honest, because I don't know. I don't have those same kind of emotions. Like my mama's birthday just passed, literally, and she been having people taking her out to eat, buying her gifts, doing etc. etc. I ain't have none of that going on for my birthday. I barely even got any gifts for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? The people that got me gifts and bought me food and drinks, strangers. And like I could be feeling some kind of way. I could be hurt. I could be sitting over here crying and bawling my eyes out and feeling some kind of way because for my birthday, my family didn't come through for me. My friends didn't come through for me. I felt like I was all alone and nobody gave two flying F's about me. But complete strangers came through for me. And as a stranger that is coming through for you, I feel like it shouldn't be a situation where you sitting around crying and being sad. I really don't even know what to do because there's nothing that I can do to make it better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You asked for a silly face. I gave you the only silly face that I know how to do because I don't really make silly faces. And to be honest, I don't even know what to say, like, except to go out and not to think about the people that are hurting you because that's what I did. But I get that we two completely different people. But that's literally what I did. I just went out and had fun without thinking about it. But I could be feeling some kind of way. My feelings could be hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's a situation where I could be feeling some type of way because everybody act like they ain't care about my birthday. And everybody act like they wasn't worried about me. And they didn't care if I lived or if I passed away. They didn't care if I got kidnapped. They didn't care if something awful happened to me. And that's what I went through on my birthday. I literally slept outside on my birthday. So it's not, I don't even know what to say. I feel like I did the most that I can do. I hope that you're not sad, and I hope that you will go out and enjoy your birthday. But me just telling you what I feel is the best advice for you, I don't know what else to say because you know what I'm saying. When it come down to it, I feel like I'm just trying. You know what I'm saying. I'm hanging on. You know what I'm saying. Barely. I don't want to say by a thread, but you know what I'm saying. In reality, I'm gonna jump, hop, and skip away from losing. You know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to be chill and relax in my garden and mind my business. And when it come down to it, I didn't already had a terrible year. Awful, awful. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't even got, we just now getting to the halfway mark. We just not getting to June. So I don't know what to say. Except I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sit around crying. I would be out somewhere celebrating my birthday and living my best life and not worrying about them people. Because that's literally what I did this year. When it was March and it was my birthday, that's what I did. What else can you do? I'm not gonna sit around stressing myself out and worrying myself about the people that obviously and clearly don't love me. And that's the reason that I'm not talking to them now. That's the reason that I'm not speaking to my sister. I'm not speaking to my father. And I'm not speaking to anybody that knew what I had going on and didn't care. And they weren't concerned and they weren't worried. Apparently, they don't care if I live or die. So why should I be talking to them? Why should I befriend them? Why should I carry on a relationship with them? That's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I would just move on with my life. And that's literally what I did. That's the most advice I can give you. I gave you the only silly face that I could give. I don't know what else you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I feel like you should go out and have fun and enjoy your life and try to make new friends instead of sitting around crying about people that obviously didn't care about you. And I'm just telling you this because that's what I did. Seriously. That's what I did. It ain't no situation where I'm finna sit around stressing myself out about people that don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, the way my sister moved and the way my daddy moved, they don't care. And so I don't care. What else can I do? I ain't finna chase it behind them. I ain't even called them and let them know that I had my son over here. Because why? They wasn't worried about me when I was needing their help. They wasn't concerned. They act like they didn't care. They knew it was my birthday. They didn't care. So I don't care. And baby, they already know how I am. I hold a grudge for years. And who gonna care about it? Not me. I sure will. And I know some people like that. That's their Aries. I don't care. They sure is. It may be. Okay, it might be. It might be that Aries in me. Baby, I hold a grudge for years. I ain't playing. Since they don't care if I get kidnapped, and they don't care if somebody try to attack me, and they don't care if something bad happened to me, I don't care about them knowing that I'm all right. Oh well. And I hope you feel better, sis. But I'm telling you, the best advice that I can give you is to do what I did. Go out, celebrate your birthday. F them. Have a good time. Make some new friends. Go to a new place. Because when my friends did that to me, that's exactly what I did. And that's what I did this year. I went out to a new place. I made some new friends and I had a ball, bro. Even though I had to sleep where I had to sleep, I was so lit that I ain't even recognize them, baby. I'm just being honest. He said, have you a good time. Have fun. Try not to think about it. Why allow everything that you're worried about and stressing about to weigh you down? God did not create you to suffer. So why are you sitting around crying on a daily basis? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You done got me. I stuck my tongue out and everything. I don't know what else you want from me. Because like I said, I'm the type of person, I don't even really just sit around and laugh and giggle and all that kind of stuff. When I'm out, I just be sitting with a stone cold face, bro. And people that know me for real, will tell you, bro, all tools on the dot. As I say that, I'm serious. I don't do that. I don't make no silly faces. I'm just being real. I don't know what else you want from me. I'm just being real. The way that I am out here, this is how I am. I don't know what else you want from me. I tried to make you happy. I told you what I would do if I was in your position because I was literally this year. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm the type of person, somebody show me they card, baby, we ain't speaking ever again. And I could care less what happened. Ooh. Oh, my little lights is on. I'm gonna have to twist that pot around because my little flamingo is facing the wrong way and I don't like it. Ooh. Mm. But I know now I'm just gonna see what's gonna sprout and what's gonna grow and what's gonna do its thing. Hopefully the plants that I moved over is gonna be happy where they at. I don't know what I should put right here. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of confused about it. And I'll put my other little sign in behind these plants. I might need to turn her around. Put her like this here. But I feel like that kind of covers up the, I'm gonna put it over here. So that'd be cute. And then that kind of keeps the sun from getting to those plants. Even though y'all can't even really see what I did, but I just moved the sign to another area. I want to give me another custom sign. And I think I was talking about that. I want to get one like the one that me and my ex-husband had that I got us for our little garden. It was custom, it was pink, and it was like saying established and etc. But it was really for it was like a marriage gift from me to him. And it was like it said our last name and established in the year that we were married. And you know what I'm saying? I thought that was cute. But I would like to get one kind of like that. But I want one that's pink because my last sign that I got for myself was gold. And I liked it, but I feel like it didn't stand out and pop as much as the pink one did. So I want to give me another little sign, and I want a pink one. And I'll probably hang it from the top or hang it from this thing up here. We'll see. I want to get some more decorations. I like decorating stuff. I don't know why. I just do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no interior decorator, but I do like having things. Like I like everything to have a theme. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I have a OCD of any sort, but I do like things to have a theme, and I like it to be pink. You know what I'm saying? And if it can't be pink, I want it to be purple. And if it can't be purple, white or gold. You know what I'm saying? So I would like it to be, this area here to be in cohesion with that. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and give me some decorations. Yeah, makes my little vibe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna put up here because it's like whatever goes up here is gonna have to be something that really want the sun beaming down up on it. And most plants don't want the sun beaming down up on it like that. I'm not sure. Most of my plants, it seems like they want to be over here on this side so where they get enough sun. But once the sun move, is you know what I'm saying, they get their chill time because it's so dang hot. But I guess that's why I need to cool it and chill and accept the fact that this is like, even though it's not my first garden, it is kind of a tester for when I do have my own house and my own space. So I know where to place everything. And in reality, greenhouse so dang hot that I'm gonna have to study how the sun lands and falls on my yard before I figure out where I'm gonna put it. And where I'm gonna put, you know what I'm saying, my other little whatever else I have going on. And I know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm the type of person I miss around to have more than like multiple different greenhouses in my backyard. I probably do. Once I get going, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna start off with this one. And once we get, the house paid off to a certain extent, and we get certain things to a certain extent, because I best rather have solar electricity once I get going. Try to get me. I don't know. I don't think you can have wells in Texas. I'm gonna have to look into that, because for most part, I think even if you buy property in Texas, the mineral rights, you have to really like work that into the contract. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But you know what I'm saying? I would like it to be a situation where I have me a little well and I have solar electricity. And you know what I'm saying? It'd be a situation where we only paying for like Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, and whatever streaming platforms and stuff like that. But everything else, we got it, you know what I'm saying, all the way coping steady. If I could have things going the way I want it going. I gotta use the restroom. Let me see what my phone charge is. I'll be right back, y'all. Watch my purse. Watch my drink. I'll be right back. Woo! Baby, y'all, my son is so funny. He want me to tell him what's gonna happen in the show before it happened, and I honestly forgot. He watching the show that I didn't watch already. I'm talking about what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. I forgot some of the things, and it's like I'll remember once I watch it again. But I forgot some of the things that happened in the show. And he like, he want me to tell him. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Even right now, as I think about it, I forgot. Let me turn this around. Let's be like this. Turn around. Yeah. Okay. I honestly forgot. I honestly forgot. I honestly don't remember. I guess that's just gonna stay right there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how exactly what other lights I would get. But I do think I want to know. I'm for sure probably gonna get the little walkway, like the pathway lights, what I have my old house. I saw this video of this lady using cement to build a little walk path, like a walkway into the garden area for $30. Baby, I could see me doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a little short sheet, filled the little bags with the cement and laid them out, and then let it dry in the sun. And then once it was dry, use a flame torch to get rid of the plastic. And it was like a little cute little walkway, little walk path that she used a little sand in between. Now I can't stand, I probably use a different color cement because y'all know I love pink. And if I can give me some red dye, you know what I'm saying, and try to make the cement as close to pink as I possibly could, I'm probably gonna do that. And if I can't do that, I'll leave the cement as close to white as possible, and then add like some pink on the little inner crevices of it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one or the other. And I feel like that'll be cute. But another thing I probably do is, you know what I'm saying, I might do that. Have me like, you know what I'm saying, build the pathway, but simultaneously put like stones in there to make it look really pretty. Maybe put like different crystals going on the way into the and the walkway on the way to the garden. I think that'll be pretty. I gotta plan that out. Oh, how old my little. But I feel like I can do as much as I want to because I have made several diagrams and, you know what I'm saying, pictorials of how I want the backyard of my house to look. But in reality, once I get my backyard, then it's actually going to come to life. Like, it's just like me talking about it is one thing. But simultaneously, that's what I was doing in Austin, yo. Baby, y'all thought I was BSing around when I was at that library. I was not. I was planning what I was gonna garden, what I was gonna grow, how I was gonna grow it, and trying to get, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why God is leading me to think about it right now, what I'm gonna do and how it's gonna be. Because I do know I want me a little aqua garden going on, and I want some fish in there, and I want some lily pads. Oh, lily pads, and I want, what are they called? Shoot. I know I want some lily pads, and I want some lotus flowers, and you know what I'm saying? I want to have that going on. I want frogs to feel welcome. I do. I want it to be a situation. Now, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, what are the occasions that eat frog legs, but I would like them to feel welcome in my garden because they have, you know what I'm saying, certain benefits. They eat the bugs that try to eat my plants. So I definitely want them to feel welcome. If y'all ain't see me, y'all ain't hear me talking to the frog, I was trying to let him know that he is welcome in the garden. Maybe he needed to hear me say that I don't eat frog legs. Looking like Kayla. I think that's my mama coming going into her restroom. But you said try this and it'll make me feel. I did that. That's exactly what I did. But maybe it's a situation where I need to explain it to the frog that I don't eat frog legs. Because I had to explain it to the dang rabbit. You know what I'm saying? I told the rabbit, look, if you calm down, everything will be peaceful now. I don't plan on putting you in a bite. And the rabbit calmed down. But I think the rabbit heard my ex talking about he will put the rabbit in the bite. And he started acting up again. I was telling the rabbit, I don't eat rabbit. He talking about I do. And then talk about how he gonna cook it. I love rabbit stew. And that just crazy, bro. Why you trying to make the rabbit nervous? Why would you do that? Just no screws, yo. But seriously, I don't eat frog legs. You know what I'm saying? And now I didn't taste the alligator. I like alligator. I love me some alligator. I will tell some alligator up. I love me some calamari. I sure do. I will tell some calamari, especially if it has the avioli sauce. Ooh. I love shrimp, catfish, mud bugs, crabs. Baby, I set them up. Baby, my part told me, you know what I'm saying, how to cook them crabs earlier. He got some of the blue crabs and showed me how to cook them. And then, baby, I got the experience of hearing them scream when they hit that hot water. I love me some crabs. But we went to the buffet the other day. My mama took me and my son to the buffet for his graduation because we missed it. So we took him to the buffet, and I got me a plate full of crabs. In fact, 2 plates full of crabs. I love me some crabs, baby. I tear some crabs up. I said 3 plates of crawfish. I tear some mud bugs up, yo. And shrimp too. Now I can't stunt. I ain't really mess with they shrimp because for whatever reason it tasted as if like they ain't cook it right. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna. It's like they didn't season it right. It was like something that was off with it, and I ain't like that. But I love me some Cajun food, baby. I love me some seafood. I do. And it ain't no situation where I just gotta go to the place and get it. I know how to cook it too. I love me some seafood. I love me a good seafood boil. In fact, I think that's the way it is. When I had me a little family get together for my birthday after I had my son, I had me a crawfish boil. And me and my son father went to HEB and bought one of them big old bags full of crawfish. And I had me a big old crawfish boil, baby. And like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't to say ain't nobody eat none, because mostly, you know what I'm saying, some of the people that ate some, but a lot of people was acting like they ain't like crawfish. Baby, I saw them crawfish up. Saw them crawfish up. I don't care if I gotta eat them one day. They is finna get 8. All of them. Mm-hmm. I had me a feast. But I know one thing. I do want to, you know what I'm saying? I do know that in certain places Well, you can get certain animals for cheap, but I just feel like the climate that we in, it might be smart, you know what I'm saying, when I get my little property and once I get it going, to find me a little spot where I have me a little lake and put my little catfish in there and let them start marinating. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that I'm gonna start fishing immediately, but once it's a situation where fish is skyrocket high, I probably have me a good amount of catfish in there. And once I want me some catfish, all I gotta do is go out there to my little pond, sit on my little bench, wheel my little thing out there. All I gotta catch me is one, and we Gucci. All I need is one. If my son is into catfish by that time, we'll catch us two. You did. Get two of them up out of there, and we good. If I'm married by that time, we gonna catch us three. Okay, and we good. And if it's enough for everybody to eat, you know what I'm saying? And all the other fish, they can survive me. Okay. Have me some chickens. Baby, whoever ain't laying eggs no more, so she gonna have this. It's time. I'm laughing, but I'm telling the truth. And I feel like it is some people that needs to hear this, even though some people like, man, StaR's crew, man, it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is a situation where you going to the grocery store and they giving you a stripping and telling you ain't finna get etc. amount of food and you hungry by the time the month, you know what I'm saying, it gets to the 15th of the month. What else you gonna do? Baby, it's gonna be a situation where sis that ain't laying eggs no more. She gonna have to come here. We finna put her in the pot. She going in the pot. I'm just being real. You know, whatever eggs ain't hatching, they going in the pot. And just along with whatever hen ain't hatching no eggs, she going in the pot. And baby, if it gets up, you know what I'm saying? That's why I want to have everything. I want to have me a few little cows. Even if, you know what I'm saying, my first, whatever house I get, I don't have land. I do. It would be nice to, you know what I'm saying, have a place where I stay and then go ahead and get some land somewhere else that is nothing there. And what I'm going to have there, cows, possibly chickens if they don't fit in my backyard. And you know what I'm saying, I would prefer to have them in my backyard, but I know cows, you can kind of allow them to graze in their own little area and they be all right. And I know this because I seen it. They eat grass. You know what I'm saying? As long as you make sure they got water, they good. And a lot of farmers, that's what they do. They allow their cows to just graze and free range. That's what it is, free range. And if you have, you know what I'm saying, about 5 cows, you got about 1 acre of land, you can allow them to free range and just have a few different barrels, areas where it's water. Make sure they got water, check on them on a daily. And it'll be, you know what I'm saying, make sure you have trackers on them. And you can come and visit them daily and make sure they are all right. And when it's time and you need, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and take them down to the butcher. And you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but baby, the way that it's going and the way that it's looking, it's the situation where, you know, food is getting scarce. And I feel like when it comes down to it, God have me making the videos that I'm making because he don't want his children to be hungry. And if it's a situation where everything is going haywire, it ain't nothing wrong with you getting a few chicks and getting a few cows and getting a few fish and building you a little homestead, even if it's in your backyard, and being okay. Because in reality, it ain't no situation where I just gotta, you know, record myself gardening. I ain't making a lot of money off of this here. This ain't, I'm just being honest. I'm not. This is not what most of my money is coming from. This is not what my check is coming from. It's a situation where this is just me hanging out with y'all, giving y'all advice, and showing y'all what I'm doing and talking to y'all about what I'm doing. And you know what I'm saying, getting to know y'all, giving y'all the, you know what I'm saying, some people feel like they don't have the opportunity to really just talk to me and etc. You can come on here and do it. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, it ain't like I'm just making thousands of dollars off of going live for free. Like, I'm really just going live just because. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. To be honest. To be honest, like, seriously. Yeah. I'm serious. I don't even make as much as I do on a live stream as I do on a regular video. This is just because. Why not? And when it come down to it, I'm always be obedient to what God tells me. And even if it's a situation where I ain't making a dime. But you know what I'm saying? I know as I carry on, just like the way that I learned when I was staying on the homestead, I learned more from watching my friend's mom do her thing and carry on doing what she do than I did from any book. It may be some people that are watching my channel and they're learning more from watching me carry on than they are from any book. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, if it gets to a situation where we are like not able to get as much food as we used to getting, some gonna have to give. And God don't want his children to starve. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where you can't go to the grocery store and buy food, I would like, you know what I'm saying, you to know that you can grow your own food. You can have chickens. It can be a city you can raise chickens. Eventually, when I have my chickens, I'm going to take y'all with that too. It'll be a situation where y'all get to see me do my live streams and do my vlogs and taking care of my chickens and showing y'all how to take care of chickens. And, you know what I'm saying, carry it on. Dogs, cats, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we don't eat dogs and cats, but you know what I'm saying? They're going to be there. The cows and, you know what I'm saying? Whatever else. No, I didn't know you were a doctor. And, you know what I'm saying? Whatever else that I have going on, I might have pigs. I might have cows. I might decide to have quail. I might decide, I don't know what all I'm going to have. And I know that it's a lot of different people on YouTube that have their gardening videos, but simultaneously, I'm not no expert. And I did realize even when it was a situation where I was doing the home laser lipo, a lot of people liked watching my videos because I'm not an expert. And in reality, I'm just learning. And, you know, you can learn with me. You know what I'm saying? It's some things that we'll make mistakes. It's some problems that we may have similar. It could be a situation where you have a neighbor that don't like you, that you had no idea they didn't like you. They sneaking in your backyard doing X, Y, and Z. And this is happening. You trying to figure out, well, why in the world is something, it was planning, it was doing just fine. And now all of a sudden, you never know what's going on. So it's like, when it come down to it, I feel like sometimes I do things just because God is leading me to, or God is leading me to show y'all certain things in my life. And it's because he wants y'all to learn certain things. And when it come down to it, I know some people, they're going to be fine regardless, because if you got money like that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be fine regardless. But if you is like me and you a struggling artist like your girl, it'd be a situation where you would benefit from starting your own little homestead and having certain things going on. Because if everything hit sugar honey iced tea tomorrow, you'll at the very least have some kind of idea of what to do. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. It's not a situation where I have everything and, you know what I'm saying, coming out of the palm of my hand. But it's a situation where I would be able to figure at least something out. And I feel like gardening is the kind of hobby where it's a hobby, but simultaneously it's something that wasn't even looked at as a hobby when we go back into the biblical days. It was a situation where everybody had a garden. Everybody had chickens. everybody had X, Y, and Z. And if you didn't have X, Y, and Z, you were looked at as somebody that was poor because you weren't able to eat the kind of things that your neighbors were able to eat. And I feel like if we come into them times where everything is not available at the store at the prices that we are used to, then it's going to be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to figure out how you going to eat. How are you going to get this? How are you going to have X, Y, and Z? And you know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? I know that some neighborhoods have these HOAs and you can't have chickens. But, you know, I'm going to strive to find me a neighborhood that don't have no HOA because I don't want to have to deal with that. I want to be able to have chickens in my backyard if I want chickens in my backyard. I want to be able to have as many dogs and cats carrying on and frogs and lizards, all that, because they all contribute to the garden in one way or another. Some people don't even realize that. You know what I'm saying? Lizards and frogs eat the bugs that the pests really that destroy the garden. You know what I'm saying? They help. They really do. A lot of people don't even know that. I'm just being real. Cats eat mice. Mice come in and will destroy your garden. Dogs drive away coyotes and other wild animals that will come and try to attack your chickens. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving the bare minimums, but you know what I'm saying, these are things that I learned when I was staying off grid, and also things that I have learned, you know what I'm saying, from watching other people's videos and just looking things up online and studying, reading. Okay, I'm thinking about, oh, if it was a TV show or a movie where somebody was like asking somebody, how did you know that? They threw them a book and was like, read, dang it. Please read. It helps. Learn, dang it. But you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to it, I'm just being honest. I feel like I like the fact that I have had I ain't gonna say that I had an easy life. I didn't have an easy way of growing up. I did not have an easy childhood. But when it come down to it, I try my best to have some sort of peace. And you know what I'm saying? I have experienced a lot of people going out of their way, trying to steal away my peace and trying to make my life hard and trying to make me go through hell and high water as if I'm just meant to suffer. I refuse to believe that God created me to suffer. I refuse to believe that God created me to go through turmoil. I refuse to believe that God created me to be in distress for the rest of my life. And because of that, it's a situation where I insist on learning how to grow my own food. I insist on learning how to raise animals that I need to raise so that I will not starve and I won't go without. I insist. And you know what I'm saying? I do employ and impede that y'all do the same thing. And a lot of people don't want to listen to me. But you know what I'm saying? I came on here when I first started prophesying, saying that it was going to be a food shortage. And here we are. And I, once again, employ you, learn how to grow your own food. And even if the first time you try, it don't go the way that you want it to go, that is okay. Growing food does not go. It's not a situation where you learn overnight. It's not a situation where you become a master overnight. But I do employ you, if you're not somebody that's balling out of control and you're not a doctor or a lawyer and you're not making thousands upon thousands of dollars every week, I do employ you to learn how to make your own food. I do employ you to try to figure out how to figure out what you can figure out to the best of your ability. Because otherwise, you're gonna be sitting there staring at the wall, bro. And I'm just saying, like, it's in the news. The farmers are saying that they don't have people to work their fields no more. They are saying that they are allowing crops to just go. They are saying that we are not going to have the amount of food that we had in the past. And in reality, these are prophecies that I spoke on. I don't want to say I created. God created it. God led me to say this years ago. And it's happening now. Learn what you can. Put forth effort. Try. I'm not the only person that is gardening on YouTube. I know that. There are other people that can do it way better than I can. But I implore you, try to learn. Put forth effort to grow whatever it is that grows naturally in your area. There are different varieties of everything. Some things grow better in other areas, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to starve, and I know God doesn't want you to starve. And I don't want it to be a situation where 3 years from now, you go to the grocery store and you can't get enough cucumbers to last you for whatever amount of time. And you can't get enough tomatoes to last you for whatever amount of time. And you can't get enough of X, Y, and Z to last you for whatever amount of time. And you have no idea how to raise any chickens. And you don't know how to raise this, that, and the third. And you don't know how to grow X, Y, and Z. And you sitting around trying to figure out, learn while you have time to learn. Don't let it be a situation where everything goes to HE double hockey sticks and now all of a sudden you're going to go ahead and decide that you're going to go ahead and figure it out. It's not easy. And this is somebody I've been gardening for years. It is not easy. It's not a situation where you can just easily, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Every plant is different. Even when it comes from the cayenne pepper plant that I have and a jalapeno pepper plant that I have, they are two completely different plants. They have different wants, different needs, different desires. And I'm sitting up here trying to figure out what each one wants. I want to get to know every plant on a level that I feel like we friends. And that takes years. And you know what I'm saying? I know some people are going to look at me like I'm crazy and I'm making stuff up and it don't make sense. But once again, go ahead and watch the news. They are telling you, the farmers are telling you that some of them are calling it quits. There are farmers that have had farms in their family line for generations that are calling it quits. Learn how to grow your own food. Unless you're rich, okay? And it's a situation where you can buy whatever you want to do your thing. But I'm just being real. Me personally, bro, I'm finna figure out how to grow what I can and what I'm good at and try to learn at it and carry on like that. Because I don't want it to be a situation where I want X, Y, and Z and I go to the grocery store and I can't afford it and we just gonna starve. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I know what it feels like to starve. I don't like it. I know what it feels like to be hungry and I don't like it. I'm just being real. And I know that it ain't no situation where God told me, keep driving until I say stop. And he just told me to do that just for sugar, honey, iced tea and giggles. Nah, I went to school. I know how to run a homestead if I need to. I know how to take care of chickens if I need to. I know how to take care of dogs. I know how to take care of cats. I know how to take care of cows. I know how to do things that if I need to. And in reality, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that I'm supposed to teach the world how to do X, Y, and Z because there's other people that know how to do the same thing. But I am going to put forth effort to teach whoever it is that God wants me to teach how to carry on. I assume that if you are a doctor, you should have food at your house. I'm talking about people that's poor like me. Because everybody ain't go to school for 12 plus years. Just to be real. That wasn't for you. Everybody ain't go to school for 12 plus years. Everybody ain't no doctor. Everybody can't afford X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. In reality, we need you to carry on doing what you're doing because ain't no telling what's going on in the future. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Whatever kind of doctor you are, carry on doing that. You carry it. Okay? I'm talking about people that got what I got going on. That, you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where they decide that they only gonna give us a certain amount of food unless we got money to pay for more, we gonna have to figure out how to grow our own food. Them the people I'm talking about. Them is the people I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? Because I know me, I got a plan. My plan is active. I'm putting forth effort, but that don't mean that I'm rich. That don't mean that I'm rich. I'm just being real. I don't know what you talking about. I'm starting to think that you effing with me, bro. I don't have time for it. When it comes down to it, it shouldn't be those situations where anybody that is a child of God is not able to eat and is sitting around starving. And that is why God will guide people that are children of God to learn how to do certain things so that other children can learn how to do certain things. Because some people are not interested in looking at certain kind of videos. But in reality, we are in the midst of a food shortage. And it shouldn't be a situation. Well, you know what I'm saying? You are a child of God. You are one of God's chosen, and you are not able to eat the way that God wants you to eat. You're not able to strive the way God wants you to strive because of what is going on. And it shouldn't matter what your job is. It shouldn't matter how much you make. It shouldn't matter X, Y, and Z. God said He wants you to flourish, and you are not created to suffer. Long story short, I'm trying to learn what I can because I know God didn't create me to suffer. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes down to it, even if it's a situation where I only reach one person that decide, you know what, start speaking that real, sugar honey iced tea, and I'm gonna figure out how to grow the food that I like to. I did my mission because it shouldn't be a situation where somebody is a child of God, they are being obedient to God, and they are not able to eat in the midst of suffering. God said it is not intended for you to suffer. It's not a situation where God wants you to starve. It's not a situation where God wants you to be without. It don't matter what you got going on. God said He wants you to be good. Period. He wants you to be okay. Period. He wants you to have food. Period. And I'm being reminded of the scripture of the woman that her husband had passed away, and she had called the prophet over to her house because there were people trying to take her children and turn them into slaves. And he told her, you know what I'm saying, make something for us to eat. And then after that, she made something for them to eat. He said, go in your house and you have something in there that is worth so much money that you will be able to pay them people off and then have something left over. And she went in her house and found that she had olive oil to such an extent that she was able to sell so much that she paid them people off and had some left over. God said it is not intended for you to suffer. And if you are His child, it is not intended for you to starve. If you are His child, it is not intended for you to be living a life of suffering. Even if it's a situation where He has put a whole situation on the whole world where there's what is it called, a ferment. It's a situation where everybody else is going through HE double hockey sticks. God's children are not supposed to go through that. But if you are not obedient to God, when he say that he wants you to learn how to grow your own food, and you're not obedient to God, when he say he wants you to save your money, and you're not obedient to God, when he say that he wants you to stay in a certain area, you are basically going in about, because the way you moving, it'll be a situation where you end up suffering where you weren't even intended to. And sometimes it's a situation where you have to be obedient, even when you feel like it's weird, it's strange, and it don't make no sense. It be like that sometimes, because I can't say when I first went off grid, I felt like it was weird and it didn't make no sense. And you know what I'm saying? The more that I see things happening, the way that I see things happening, the more it makes me feel like I understand why God told me to move out there, because there are certain things that I would have never learned how to do if I would have stayed here. I would have never learned how to do certain things, and how to, even when it comes to my garden, like some things it's hard for me. But in reality, it's some things that come second nature to me, just because I spent so much time helping my friend's mom in her garden. Just because of that. And I'm pretty sure when I have my own property and I decide that I'm finna build X, Y, and Z, it's gonna come second nature to me. Just because it's a situation where I helped her and I helped them. It's gonna come second nature. It's gonna be a situation where I'm gonna be like, dang, I already know exactly what I'm gonna do. I already know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I already know exactly the X, Y, and Z, because I already know how to do it. I did it already. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a situation where it don't happen exactly where you expect it to or when you expect it to, but it do happen. Even when it comes to the videos that I created about the food shortage, I created those videos dang near 3, 4, 5 years ago. And it's just now happening and surfacing today in this year and last year in such a way that people are like, dang. And it's like, but God been warned about that. He been talking about that. He been sent me off grid to learn about that. And it's a situation where if you a child of God, he don't want you to suffer. He don't want you to starve. And that's real. Ooh, we. That don't even make sense for somebody to be a child of God. And they, you know what I'm saying, glorifying God, going to church every Sunday, paying their tithes and offering, but simultaneously going through, like, living a life of suffering. It makes no logical sense. But sometimes when you a child of God, there are other people that will go out of their way to try to make it seem as if you are bad, or you deserve to suffer, or you deserve for bad things to happen to you. God said he'll strike them people before he allowed them to strike you. It'll be a situation where they thought that was going to make you look bad and they look bad. And that's real. They'll think that they was making you look like you was out of baby, and they look bad. And people trying to figure out what's wrong with them while they was trying to make people look at you a certain kind of way. Because I don't understand certain things, bro. I don't understand why somebody up under my, you know what I'm saying, comment section steady saying they sad and they want to see a silly face and they want to see this, that, and the third. And the reason as to why, I just went through that. You know what I'm saying? She probably living better than I was. And she probably in a high rise or a mansion somewhere talking about she a doctor, talking about she depressed and she sad because her family won't celebrate her birthday with her. My family left me homeless this year for my birthday. I slept outside on the ground for my birthday and I still celebrated my birthday. I wasn't trying to make other people feel some kind of way because I had a bad birthday. I still enjoyed my birthday. And you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no situation where you're trying to make me feel bad or make me feel some kind of way because I'm not coming up out of my normal stature and making crazy faces online. Like to make you happy. And in reality, if you wanted to, you could buy a whole section. Like, what is wrong? I'm not understanding. I'm not even going to entertain nonsense, bruh. Gonna make me mad, bruh. Come up off of here playing with me. I don't have time for that. Go enjoy your birthday. Like, what nonsense? I'm pissed poor. And you sitting on here trying to make me feel sorry for you as if you really got something really like, come up off of here and stop playing with me, bro. When I really had a piss poor birthday this year, I have a reason to be mad. I have a reason to feel some type of way. Ain't nobody was trying to take me out to eat for my birthday. Ain't nobody was trying to spend like my birthday was so poor. I didn't even have enough money to get a hotel room for my birthday. So come up off of here trying to make me feel some kind of way. That way. I'm not the type of person that sit around making silly faces. I don't do that. Once again, trying to stay as cool, calm, and collected until God come through for me the way that he said that he gonna come through for me. And I'm trying my best not to, you know what I'm saying? I know that it's a pressure cooker and it's a situation with all kind of haywire is going on the sidelines, but I'm trying not to allow that to affect me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? Once again, like Eddie Griffin said, bro, you know what I'm saying? The true gangsters, they be sitting in the back, minding their business, praying to God that don't nobody mess with them. While people be stressing themselves out trying to kick my hotel door in, stressing themselves out trying to get in the garage, stressing themselves out trying to do it. Baby, I'll tell somebody up. That way. Don't even know me. Don't know the type of people I know and how I really get down, bro. Be praying to God, people leave me alone. I was show by entire behind trying to get to somebody. Don't even know me, bro. I stayed awake for 2 days straight, praying to God that somebody would try me. Don't play with me. Yo, don't be for real. Baby, tell you like I told the people in Austin, you find something better to do. Find something better to do. What's up, Sean? I'm doing all right. Instead out here sipping on my wine, trying to mind my business. And stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay to myself and mind my business, bro. Pray to God that don't nobody. He's trying to mind my business. And relax and grow my little plant and just sit out here and enjoy my little whatever you call this that I got going on. I guess what is it called? Evanescence that I got going on with my little pink flamingos and mind my business. I'm trying. I'm trying. You said that's good. Okay, glory to God. We try. We try. But see, every time I, you know what I'm saying, every time I start talking about who I am and what I got going on, how you always get that, y'all always getting violent, and y'all always being mean, and y'all always this, baby, you could have left me all the way alone. Start with that. Start with leaving people alone and not going on trying to poke people and try to see what they gonna do and see how they gonna react and see how they gonna this, that, and the third, bro. Baby, I'm just being real. I like, you know what I'm saying, being reminded of dreams I had of people trying to jump over gates to get to me. Don't even know what's gonna happen to you once you jump over that gate. While you try to play. Okay, selfish. Sit around thinking about themselves and what they want to see happen and what they want this and they want that. And what you want to happen ain't even gonna happen. Don't even know what I got going on over here. Why you thinking about jumping over a fence and playing with the wrong person? Baby, you got the right one today. You don't even know me, bro. You don't even know me, bro. Before my homies get to you, I will get to you. You don't even know me, bro. While you sit up here thinking about what you gonna do and how you gonna do it, keep your comments and whatever it is, you better keep that to yourself, goddamn. You don't know what I got, baby. My mama don't even know how I get down. And that's real. I'll act a complete fool. I'm gonna have to take my behind to the stove. What's really gonna have to happen? So I got one cigarette left. What time is it? What about the phone there? Baby, we get all the way upset. Okay, y'all know how us Aries is. We go from zero, cool, calm, and collected to hot and bothered real quick. Don't start with us, baby. Don't leave me alone. Don't start with me. Just trying to mind my business and enjoy my pink flamingos in peace, goddamn. Don't poke at me. Don't poke the bear. Leave the bear alone. I don't know why people be wanting to see me act a complete fool so much. You said I'd make you want some wine, baby. I'm sitting over here sipping on my Chardonnay. Having me a good little time. Trying to relax. I'm trying to calm down and mind my business. And just look at my plants and let, you know what I'm saying, chill with my plants, chill with y'all, and just relax. And like I said earlier in this video, I ain't in a situation where I'm making thousands of dollars off of these videos, you know, these live streams. It's really a situation where I'm just, you know what I'm saying, because I love y'all and I see a lot of people do like my live streams, so I come on live, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, baby, ain't no situation where I'm opening up the door for people to harass and bother me. You said Concord moved David or Taylor Court. You have every blue moon. Well, I love that blue moon. Blue moon be having so many different good flavors. Concord do too. Concord do too. I love you some wine. I really do. And you know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I was able to see the wine refineries last year when I was going through California. It is so pretty. I would like to one day have the amount of land where I could grow my own wine. But you know what I'm saying? I'm good with being able to buy my wine. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I was talking about. That being your budget, I feel you. I'm sipping on Franzia right now. But I know one thing, that's one other thing that I think about with the food shortage. A lot of people think I love moonshine. I love moonshine. I was just gonna get to that. What some people think about the food shortage is that it's gonna be a situation where, well, we can't get X, Y, and Z. It's gonna be so dang high that you ain't gonna be able to afford other things. And one thing that I'm trying to learn is how to create, you know what I'm saying, how to make sure I can grow and have for myself the things that, you know what I'm saying, so that we can even everything out. You know what I'm saying? So we growing certain things and then we can buy certain things. But you know what I'm saying? If you can't bake certain things that you like, then it's gonna be a situation where you're gonna have to let some things go because the price is gonna be so high. And like I feel like some people don't understand that. They think it's gonna be a situation where they're gonna go to the grocery store and certain things ain't gonna be there. It's still gonna be there, but the price gonna be so gosh darn me high that it's gonna be a situation where you ain't gonna be able to get everything that you want. But if you learn how to create and how to grow certain things, then it'll be a vibe where you can go to the grocery store and get certain things that, you know what I'm saying, you already got certain things at home and you can just get X, Y, and Z from the grocery store and you good. Now I don't know how to make moonshine. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know how. And you know what I'm saying, if it's a situation where hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the good Lord bless me with a husband that know how to make some moonshine. You need? And we ain't gotta worry about that, okay? I got the garden and the chickens, and he can go ahead and create that moonshine. Okay, I need that strawberry moonshine to be just right. Okay, we in business. We in business. How you say period straight up. We all the way good. Because moonshine will hit you for $40 a bottle, brother. Moonshine ain't it cheap. But it tastes so good. And baby, I love me some moonshine. I sure do. I like strawberry moonshine, the peach moonshine, the grape moonshine. It's so good. Y'all have experiment with the different flavors. I love me some moonshine. You see, I'm serious. I'm looking for him with a flashlight. I need me a husband that know how to do some things. Dang it, I need him to know how to build some things. I need him to make some things. I need him to make some things happen. Dang it. He ain't finna be just sitting on the porch rolling his, you know what I'm saying, and rolling whatever and fiddling with his thumbs, bro. I need him to be getting to work, dang it. I need help to do something and be of good use. Ain't nobody just wants you here for your ding dong, sir. We need you to be of good use, sir. We need you to be helping some shape, form, or fashion. What do you know how to do? Even if it's just a situation where you have the heart to go out there and take out one of the chickens, bro. We need you to do something. It can't be a situation where you just sit there. Baby, we need you to be a strong man. It can't be a vibe where I'm all the way, you know what I'm saying? If everything goes to Hunger Games and what's the name of that movie? And The Walking is the cease all out of nowhere, bro. I'm all the way ready for it, and you confused, bruh. I'm not finna keep on hollering out orders to you. You're supposed to be in charge, bruh. Figure it out. I'm not finna sit around arguing with you about what your job is. You should know already. Baby, I ain't playing. I'm serious, man. You said all of it straight up. They gonna have to know how to do all of that. It ain't gonna be no situation where we should be confused on who is doing what and who is taking care of what and all. No, we ain't finna do that. No, sir. Oh, baby, I don't care if it's a situation where the world don't even come to that, and somebody make the right decision, and it's a situation where we ain't even got to worry about that. If it's a vibe where we can save money by going and taking one of the cows down to the butcher, I'm gonna need you to do that. If it's a situation where you know how to butcher, I'm gonna need you, you know what I'm saying, save us that money. Go ahead and do it. If it's a situation where you take a few chickens, baby, we gonna need you. Baby, I'm gonna need something to make something shake, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. It ain't no situation where our money is coming out my ears and coming out my behind, bro. I'm not Cat Williams, bro. It ain't no situation where I'm gonna be able to make friends with all my animals and we gonna keep them all and carry on ordering Uber Eats. Uber Eats is high, bro. We gonna need you to make some shake. We want fried chicken. Make it happen, Captain. You said even if I was, okay. How you expect to keep money and you steady spending money, bro? We gonna need something to say, baby. We're gonna need something to shake. We're gonna need something to shake. Can't be a situation you can't expect to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And in reality, that's how rich people think. You said they love Uber Eats and DoorDash. Okay. Look, I love me some Uber Eats and I love me some DoorDash. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I am not rich. I'm not a rich person. So if it's a situation where we could possibly figure out some kind of way where we could save money, if it's a situation where we can save some money, you know what I'm saying, we gonna save some money. And it will be nice if everything don't go to sugar honey iced tea. It will be nice if it's a situation where we ain't gotta worry about the et ceteras. But when it come down to it, if it's a situation well, we ain't got no other choice. We ain't got no other choice. And I'm gonna need some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I don't want no man that's just sitting there watching me do everything. I need some help. Okay, I'm growing the strawberries. Do something with them. I'm growing the grapes. Do something with them. Maybe some wine. Some moonshine or something. Do something, dang it. You know what I'm saying? And do like Uncle, what's his name? Oh, what's the name of that show? I forgot the name of that show with the crazy cousins, bro. The Dukes of Hazzard. Do like Uncle, what's his name, bro? And carry on your moonshine business, bro. Make you some money somehow, some way, bro. We can't just be sitting here staring at me all day. We can't do that. We gonna have to figure something out, bro. And baby, we gonna have to figure something out. I forgot what his name was. Uncle, whatever his name. He had a business. He had a business concept, and it was a situation where it was people that was waiting on him to pull up with their liquor. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around with it. It can't be a situation where I'm the only one that's pulling my weight. We need both. We need both. We need everybody to be in the. Everybody needs to be the pulling that weight. Goddamn. Even if it's a situation where everything is paid off and we ain't really got to worry about earning no, income, at least make enough for us to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Make enough for us to have a party. If we want to have some people over, we got some fresh moonshine for them to sip on or something. We got to have something going on. Baby, I believe it. I got to be real. But I can't say I do want that. And you know what I'm saying? I want somebody that's gonna be matching my CeeLo. I don't want it to be a situation where I'm sitting up here putting in all this work to learn how to grow certain plants and to learn how to do X, Y, and Z. And the person that I end up with ain't trying to do nothing, ain't putting forth no effort, and he just there. That ain't fair. Okay, that ain't fair. Use my Dallas accent. That ain't fair. It ain't fair. And I'm not standing for it. I'm not standing for it. I'm not gonna deal with it. And that's just the end of it. We not finna deal with that at all. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Nah, bro. It ain't finna be no situation where I'm sitting up here stressing myself out, trying to do X, Y, and Z, and trying to make sure everything is Gucci on my end. And then when it come to your end, I'm getting the short end of the stick every time, bro. That ain't fair. That don't even make no sense. It should be, you know what I'm saying, even all the way around. Anyways, I'm finna head in because I done did my little thing. I done been on here for dang near 4 hours and I'm pretty sure my phone about to go dead soon. Whew. I just don't feel like bringing all this stuff in here, yo. Well, let's hit. I'm sure not gonna listen to this dog bark all night. He probably mad because it's probably coming into his bedtime and I'm still on live. He probably like, dang it. You usually go in the house by this time. Oh, Mr. Frog, you is nuts. You're finna be sitting up here by the door. You'll have to come from right there. You can't go in the house, Mr. Frog. You can go in the greenhouse, but you can't go in the house. I'm not playing with you, Mr. Frog. I'm so serious. This frog is really sitting right here like you about to be legend. No, you can go inside the greenhouse, but you can't go in the house.
I'm back here. That frog trying to come inside the house, y'all. Sit on back, bitch. Okay, if this was my house, you can look at this house. No, sir. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with your girl. I will see y'all later. I was on here for dang near 4 hours. You said they love cheating, sneaking, and then trying to come. Baby, that's what I'm having to deal with my ex. Sitting up here trying to sneak around with me while he laid up with his mistress and got her pregnant. I'm not finna deal with it. I refuse, okay? And I mean it. If he don't want to leave that ugly broad alone, he gonna have to let me go. And that's the end of it. And thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.